Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome back. All right. It is Sean here again. Okay. I'm glad that you're joining me for today's episode, your mental health reset, a fresh start for a new year. Okay. First of all, a new year feels like a blank slate, starting all over again. It is definitely a perfect time to reset, refresh, and of course, refocus on what truly matters to you. All right. And of course, today we are talking a bit more about mental wellness. All right. In this episode, we'll explore how to set meaningful mental wellness goals to build emotional awareness and also to reflect on where we are mentally so that we can step into the year, or should I say, the rest of the year with clarity and confidence. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive in and talk a bit more. First of all, we want to start with goal setting. I'm not just talking about any other type of usual goal setting, like such as eating healthy, eating less oily food, exercise more, use the devices more. Okay, but I'm talking about mental wellness goals. What do you want to do to improve emotionally and mentally for this year or for the rest of the year? All right. So let's take a moment to think about this. What are three mental wellness goals that you would like to work on this year? All right. Notice I said three. Yeah. Of course, if you want more, fine. But if there's too many, sometimes we get so confused, we get so overwhelmed, we might not be able to do all of them. And sometimes because of that, we might just give up halfway through. So I suggest we do or start with just three first. All right. So I'm going to give you a pause here and let you think about what are the three mental wellness goals that you would like to work on this year. All right, coming back. Maybe sometimes as a goal, you want to say, I want to manage stress better. I want to be nicer to myself. Or sometimes it's about setting clear boundaries. All right. But you need to remember the clear thing for setting goals is you need to be very specific and it must be something that is doable, can be done, can try doing. All right. What's the most simple framework that we use when we are setting goals? Something that you can actually just Google. It's called the SMART method. SMART. All right. So what does S mean? Specific. M means measurable. A is achievable. R is relevant. And T is for time bound. All right. So specific means what? You need to be very clear on what you want to do. All right. Measurable is you can see that there are things that you can do to change it. And if best, can show numbers even. All right. Achievable means that it's something that you can reach. It's not something out of your reach currently. It must be relevant to you. That's R, okay? And of course, time bound is setting a start date or a period of time that you need to work on your goal, or there's a deadline even. Okay. So instead of saying, I want to stress less, you could say, I would like to take 10 minutes practice mindfulness or even journaling as a way to reduce your stress or stress lesser. All right. If you are to set one mental wellness goal for this month, what would it be? Or you want to set a mental wellness goal for this year, what would it be? Okay, so what you're going to do is you could probably say it aloud because there's nobody around you, but you also can write it down on a journal, write it down somewhere, or even make a note on a mobile device. All right. Next, what we want to talk about is building emotional awareness. All right. Because understanding how you feel is a crucial and important part of mental well-being. Let's do a very quick self-check. Right now, you out there, you listeners, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling calm? Are you feeling anxious? Are you happy to have discovered my content? Are you hopeful that the content is going to help you? Or are you so overwhelmed that you happen to search something and you see this content? All right, so how you're feeling now? I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about it. All right, so let's come back again. So sometimes it can be very, very hard to pinpoint. And for me also, it can be very hard at times. Okay, but that is okay. Don't worry about it. So there's one way that we can actually track our emotions. I mentioned it earlier. It's called journaling. You can write it down on a book. All right. But in modern times, with the technology there, what you can do is use your device to look for a mood tracking app. Yeah. All right. So your mobile device can help you track your emotions a bit more. All right. The other one that is becoming a bit more common is called a smartwatch. All right. Smartwatch has apps that actually help you mood track some of them. All right. The next thing you want to do is when you start tracking and start noticing the patterns, or you could sometimes notice and become more aware of what you're feeling, what you want to do is name it out loud, label it out loud, say it out loud what you're feeling. Like, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling stressful, I'm feeling frustrated. And because you said it, your brain will start to process it a bit more, right? Process means you might probably start finding ways to deal with it, or might have goals to start to deal with that emotion itself, all right? Instead of being overwhelmed by that feeling and you don't know what that feeling is all about. Okay, so try it now. What is one word to describe how you are feeling just today or just in this current moment? If you want, you can actually let me know also. All right. So, how you want to do this? The more you practice journaling, the more you practice telling or becoming aware of your own feelings, it becomes easier to recognize the patterns of emotions during certain times or during certain situations or during certain days. All right. So then when you start to recognize patterns, it's easier for you to take action. Either take action before or take action after whenever you need to help with managing that particular emotion. Okay? All right. So lastly, what we want to do is wrap it up with some reflection exercises. These are some really, really quick ways, not the ones that have to go through a lot of programs. What you want to do is use these ways to check in with yourself and then, of course, reset what is in your mind a bit more. So one good way, the number one, first one, is before you sleep, what you want to do is list down the things that happen during your day. What you should list is 3 good things, 3 positive things that happen during the day. And then it will help you shift your focus from the stress. And it's called looking for gratitude. All right, it's a bit of mindfulness also at the same time. The next one is called resetting questions. All right, if it didn't go well today, if something happened, all right, you want to ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do differently tomorrow? All right, make a change. All right, because we can do things differently to help the situation a bit more. This will help you keep on moving forward instead of dwelling on what has happened. Okay, because what has happened has already happened. Okay, then we also want to look at what is one thing you like to improve about your mental well-being this week. All right, you can start anytime to think about what can you do to improve your mental well-being this week. All right, so the 3 things are, number one is look for 3 good things before you sleep. Write it down, note it down somewhere, because this helps you think about today and think about what good things have happened, even if it's very, very small. All right. Then, of course, the reset question is seeing how you can move on from what has already happened already. Then lastly is what you want to do to improve on your mental well-being this week itself. So all across the board. All right, so it's a very short episode. I hope that helps with what you are looking for. And of course, if you're not looking for it, it helps with giving you some information that can help with your everyday. So I hope I give you some clarity how you can reset your mental wellness for this year or this month. Then if you find it helpful, please share with your friends that probably need it. And let me know what is your top mental wellness goal for this year. All right. Other than that, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. Or you have topics that you want to broach, also do let me know. All right. So until the next time, take care of yourself, keep moving forward. You got it. We'll work it together and we have this journey together. Thank you.